In this video, I'm going to show you how to loom knit this cute little bow. The things you will need for this video is yarn. I'm using a 4-weight, and the color here is eggplant, a darning needle, a loom hook, and a pair of scissors. So we're going to start out by making a slip knot, and we're just going to attach it to one of the pegs. We're going to be using 3 pegs for this project. If you have a straight loom, just go in the middle and find a peg. If you have a round loom, just pick a peg. Take the working yarn and wrap it around the peg, making a little E, and we're going to use 3 pegs. Then take that working yarn and place it in front of the pegs, and now we're going to knit off. So take the bottom stitch and place it over the top. Again, the bottom over the top. And then we're just going to gently pull on that working yarn, not too tight, but just give it a small tug, then wrap it around, again, around the back and in the front. And we're going to again do the same procedure of taking the bottom stitch over the top stitch. And you will continue doing this. So what we're doing is loom knitting an I-cord, and from the I-cord we're going to create the bow. If you're using a 4-weight yarn like I am, you'll want to make your I-cord a little bigger because it's going to be easier to make a bow. If you have a small I-cord, it's going to be a little bit more difficult. This is how it's looking so far. If you look close, it kind of does look like a ladder. Don't worry, it will look different when we're finished. We're going to keep on knitting, and as we knit, it will get longer. So here again, we're going to place our working yarn in front of the pegs and knit over. We're going to knit until our desired length. So when you get to where you want to be, you're just going to place your loom down, and what I'm going to show you is how you can just gently stretch the cord. So just gently stretch the cord out, and you'll see it goes from a ladder and moves into a tube. It looks like a ladder and you stretch it to be a tube. So just like I said, keep knitting until you get to the length that you want. I'm going to show you what you do once you get to the length that you want. So I am going to take the stitch off of the right side and place it in the middle on the middle peg. Then I'm going to knit that over. Take the bottom over the top, and now I'm going to take the stitch off of the left peg, take it off of the peg and place it on the middle peg, and then knit over. So we'll be taking the bottom stitch over the top stitch. I'm going to give my working yarn a cut. Next, I'm going to take the project off of the loom. So I have this little loop. I'm going to place my working yarn inside of that loop and tie a knot. You want to do this gently. You don't want to tie it too tight because it will make the end of your project look funny, but just tie it gently but firmly. Now we're going to sew the loose ends into the tube. So go ahead and stretch your project because you want it to be long. The longer it is, the easier it will be to work with. So we're going to take our darning needle and just sew it into the tube. We're going to just hide this. It's tied off real nice, so I don't have to worry about it unraveling. I just need to hide the loose end into the tube. So it shouldn't be a huge problem. So just find a nice hiding spot and put your darning needle through and pull gently. You don't want to pull too tight. We're going to do the same thing for both sides, just hiding that string into the tube and then giving the excess a trim. So I never thought tying a bow could be so interesting, but basically what I'm gonna suggest is just tie it like a shoestring. That seems to be the easiest way. There are other videos showing how to tie a bow, but I just start with the 2 loops and then I wrap it around and I leave a hole right there in the middle. See where my finger is? And then I'm gonna take that loop and put it through that hole that I just showed you, and we're gonna pull gently. Now it feels weird to me. I don't understand why this feels so weird, but we're doing it, and you know, it's gonna be a cute little bow when we're done. Just even it out however you like it and however you want it to look. You can pull it and adjust it as needed with the loops and in the size. You can do a lot of things with this bow. You can make hairpins or attach it to headbands, bows attached to earphones, water bottles. If you use thinner yarn, it'll probably be easier to make a smaller bow, but I don't suggest making a small bow if you're going to use a number 4 weight yarn because it is difficult to tie. I had to remake a longer one to get it to tie, but you can do it. I promise it's gonna look great. The length of this bow before it's tied is 19.5 inches. Let me know in the comments what you're going to do with your bow. I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, please share it with someone who you think it would help out. And I thank you so much for watching, and I will see you at the next one.